Unpacking the car is always way more work than I assume. But we're ready to go. So where we're going, my cousin's actually getting married this evening in Columbus. So I'm headed there first and I'm going to spend the evening with my family. And then I'm going to keep driving south and I'm actually going to visit Mammoth Cave for the first time. Mammoth Cave is a national park in Kentucky and it's the largest cave system in the world actually. So it's hopefully going to be pretty cool. I have some tours booked because that's the best way to see this specific national park. I'm in a car camp in my car on Saturday night. Yeah, all right, we should get on the road. See you there?
Hey.
Who's there?
Hi.
Okay.
Okay.
Hey, Sammy. Getting ready to go. Here we go.
Oh no, this support's not doing well.
Good morning. The wedding yesterday was really fun. We had a really good time. It was a beautiful venue, set up so well, and we had a really fun time dancing and just talking with everyone. This morning, I got up pretty early and went for a run through Ohio State's campus that's about a mile away from our Airbnb, and so that was really cool to see. I hadn't been through campus in quite some time, and then I stopped and got coffee and a scone and met back up with the family at the Airbnb, and we hung out for a little while. Now we're all going our separate ways, so Austin, Sammy, and Isaac are going back up to Cleveland. My parents are staying around Columbus for another day, and I'm getting ready for this 5-hour drive down to Kentucky. I have plenty of time to make it there for my first tour of the cave system. I think the tour is at 4 p.m. Central Time, so like 5 p.m. Eastern Time. So I should get there with 2 hours to spare, assuming everything goes according to plan. I made it to Louisville. I think it's one of my first times actually stopping in Louisville. I've driven through it to get to Nashville, but I went to a coffee shop that is featured in the 2019 Food and Wine Magazine's Best Coffee Shop list. I'm trying to go to all of them at some point, or I guess back in 2019, I marked them all on Google Maps as want to go, and so whenever I'm near one, I just stop there because I figure it's better to try it out versus going to a chain. So let's see. Yum. I got the, I think it's called Honey Boy latte. So it has honey and cinnamon and they drew a little bee on it, which is kind of cute. All right, let's see how much further. I only have an hour and a half left. That's pretty good. We've made it to the Mammoth Cave Visitor Center. I'm here about an hour early, so I'm probably going to go into the visitor center for a bit just to kind of walk around and see what exhibits they have set up. I'm going to get a few postcards, and then I'll probably change into pants because I imagine the cave's gonna be cold, but it's like 90 degrees out. So I wanted to do that at the last possible second. Happy to be here.
Anybody confused about why they would call a place like this Mammoth? So the miners were shoveling dirt. So the floor was no dirt left. How's everybody doing? Walking something as big as this park? 14-hour tour. Grandparents' job is to carry the lunch.
I'm gonna have the AC blasting, so I'm not gonna talk now, and we'll drive to the campsite and talk there. But the cave tour was really cool. I turned the AC down, so hopefully you can hear me, but I just finished the extended history walking tour, which I think was a really good initial tour to see Mammoth Cave. It went in through the main entrance, and it was about 2 hours, 2 miles. There was some elevation gain and loss. I think we went down like 300 feet below the surface, and the guides that went with us gave us a really good overview of Mammoth Cave and some of the history. A few of the fun facts that I guess I could share: it's the largest cave system known within the world, and there are about 400 miles that have been explored, and they estimate maybe 600 more miles left to be discovered. One of the things that we saw that was interesting was a few remaining buildings, like walls and structures built within the cave that they had used for a while for a hospital for what they had told people would cure tuberculosis. It didn't work. The cave air didn't cure anyone of anything, but that was publicized for a while, and so people came and tried to recover from tuberculosis down in the cave, and they still had some of those structures. We learned about the formation of the cave and how it was formed by rivers running below the surface through the rock, which was mostly limestone. And we learned how the cave continues to flood today. So one of the areas that we were standing in towards the end of the tour, they showed us where most recently in 2010 that part had about maybe a foot of water on the floor of where we were sitting. It was a good first experience. I'm really excited that I get to have a little bit more of an adventurous tour for tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm doing the Grand Avenue tour, and it's marked as strenuous. I was reading the description again that's posted outside where all of the tours are posted at the visitor center, and yeah, it should be good. It should be interesting. There was a car stopping. I thought we were about to have an Indiana Jones situation where someone thought this was their campsite again, but I think we're okay. It's still so hot. It's like 92 degrees here. The cave is around 50, 60 degrees pretty much year round. And so it was actually really interesting standing just outside of the cave. You could feel the rush of cold air coming out. I think I had like some kind of head cold, and as soon as I went down into the cave, I just felt all that pressure and cold change, and I started kind of crying out of this eye and like having this nostril run a bit. Usually when I have a head cold or allergies or something, it's like one side of my face. And so whatever it was, like the cold air or the pressure within the cave, it just caused me to start having issues, and I was like sneezing. But I'm feeling fine now, just warm. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna go make dinner because I'm pretty hungry. I brought chili for dinner, which is kind of funny for a reason I'll tell you a little bit later. To make it even more funny, it's slightly expired. Grandma and Grandpa, I'm sorry, I had to. I didn't know your story until after I brought it. Forgot my camp spoon again. I brought forks for tomorrow's breakfast. Did not bring my camp spoon, which is not the best when you're having chili. To go along with my chili, I have the best type of goldfish, not chip. It's a lot of chili. Maybe it'll be easier to eat with a fork, honestly. Yeah, I think the fork's gonna be easier than the AeroPress stir. Beans are a little hard. Not awful. The reason why it's kind of hilarious that the thing that I decided to bring was chili is because my grandparents just told me that when they got married, they had their honeymoon, they did like a road trip, supposedly, and they came to Mammoth Cave for part of their honeymoon, and my grandparents got chili either like around here or Cincinnati, somewhere nearby, and both of them got really bad food poisoning from the chili. And so at first it was just, I think my grandma or grandpa, was one of the two, but then they both ended up getting sick because they both had the same chili. Hopefully I don't get sick from my expired chili. It should be okay since it doesn't have meat. That's what I'm hoping. Well, it's officially my first time sleeping in here by myself, which is exciting. It's pretty hot tonight, so I should have brought a bed sheet. Brought my quilt. It's gonna be a little warm, but I think we'll be okay. It's only 8 p.m. right now, but it's pretty much pitch black outside, so I'm probably gonna read for a little bit and then get to bed. I'm currently reading a book that my mom had read and recommended, Northwoods. It's good so far. I just started it. I'm not very far at all. I'm probably gonna get up pretty early tomorrow morning because I have some fun breakfast plans that I need to get done before probably around like 9:15 because I have a tour booked at 9:45. I do have a nice little battery powered fan to help with the heat. And then it's not very buggy, which is nice, so I'm gonna leave the curtains open. Morning. While I'm waiting for my coffee to brew, I'm gonna try to make pancakes with my camp stove. So I got a pancake mix. I have a really cute tiny cast iron skillet. I also have chocolate chips and blueberries for pancakes. You can tell my chocolate chips got a little melty in the car. Some of them are like bumped together. I don't run my AC in my apartment, and so I always keep my chocolate chips in the fridge so that this doesn't happen. Look, it's bubbling. Oh. Come back. Well, got a little burned in the center. It needs to be turned down in temperature a little bit. Oh my gosh. Hopefully this will taste good. I don't mind when things are burnt normally. Note to self, do not have the heat turned up very high at all. Have it on the lowest setting. Moment of truth. Trying with extra low heat this time. There we go. That looks better. When I was in the gift shop yesterday, I got 3 different postcards that I'm going to mail out. I have to figure out which one I want to send to which person. But I have a little bit of time before my tour starts. I have about 45 minutes, 50 minutes, and it's just right around the corner. So I'm gonna write these. If I had more time, I'd set up my hammock. There's some really nice hammock trees, but I don't think I have enough time. So postcard writing in the car it is. It's a run club. Should I join them? First card done. I think it's about time to head over to the main National Park cave entrance and get in line for the tour. I'm a little nervous. It's ranked as being strenuous, so hopefully I can handle it. I'm not spooked by small places. I'm in pretty good physical condition. I think it'll be fine. Can I go this way? Hopefully it's not one way.
Silence speaks.
I'm gonna use the restroom before going into the cave because I don't think there are restrooms in there. I don't think I'm gonna wear my hat actually this time because it'll prevent me from seeing what's above my head, and then I might bump my head, and that might be problematic. I'm bringing my Patagonia puffer jacket because it's definitely gonna be cold. Headlight in case I get lost. I think we're good.
If you have any heart or breathing problems, trouble walking long distances, climbing stairs, or any other sulfate or gypsum. And understand why it's here, you have to understand a little bit more of the Canadian geology. You see, these formations, they form
Cave tour is done. Whew, let's get the car going because it is warm. I would say that cave was not necessarily strenuous. It was probably moderate difficulty. If I don't know, I think it was probably closer to moderate difficulty. It was not any climbing or crawling or anything like that. If anything, it was just a lot of stairs. And I do think that they don't want people to underestimate or overestimate their ability to complete the hike. But it was amazing. There were such cool rock formations. I really loved Cleveland Avenue and seeing the gypsum. I loved seeing all the stalactites, stalagmites. The Slot Canyon part of it was also very, very cool. But I'm gonna go find food because I'm starving, and I'm gonna start blasting the AC so you won't be able to hear any more words that I say. But it's really, really hot out. So hot. I stopped in a little restaurant in Louisville. I think it's a chain, but it's like a Vietnamese noodles place, and I had some pho and it was so good. It's kind of weird to get something warm, but I finally cooled off because of the AC, and honestly I just wanted something with like protein in it. So I got chicken pho. Now I'm going to continue on my drive home. I'm in some absolutely terrible traffic. I thought it would get better when we were down to one lane. Nope, we're stalled again. Just sitting here on the highway. I think it's added about an hour to my drive so far. We're on to the next section of stalled traffic. It's insane. All right, we are getting off the highway here and taking a detour. Wild.